Okay, I see that we have some folks joining in. Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Ashley Singleton. I am a senior project manager here at NTAC, or the National Training and Technical Assistance Center for Child, Youth, and Family Mental Health. And I'm so excited to see all you lovely people here with us today. If you don't mind dropping in the chat for me, let me know who you are, where you're zooming in from across the world. We love to say hello to you all. Thanks so much for joining in. Let's see, I'm going to open the chat so I can say hello to some folks. Hey there in Everett, Washington, Oklahoma. Hey, Tammy. Glad you could make it. Welcome to the space. Hello from Baltimore, Beth. Thanks for joining in. Redmond, Washington, San Jose, California. Wow, we have people from all over. Texas, Chicago. Are you all still snowed in Chicago? How's it going up there? Are you okay? I'm a Southern girl, so whenever it's like negative anything, I'm like negative temperatures. Cold and snowy. Yeah, stay warm. Hey in Utah. Hey there in Kentucky, Jasmine. Glad that you could make it. I'm so glad to see so many people join in today. We're going to go ahead and get started. As you come into the space, I again just want to let you know I'm Ashley Singleton. I'm Senior Project Manager here at NTAC. And today's session is Mindful Movement, Yoga for Practitioners on the Go. As a quick disclaimer, this presentation, it is being recorded. The materials that appear in this presentation are insights, thoughts, ideas that come from our presenters and not necessarily representative of SAMHSA, our funder. And also, knock on wood, if you got wood around you, in case of an emergency or any security issues, we're going to shut this Zoom down and then we will send you information on how to rejoin. But I'm not worried about that happening today. I got a good feeling about today. I want to send a special thank you out to all of our NTAC partners that allow this space to happen. Change Matrix, University of Texas, Fred Love, the list goes on and on. Thank you so much for all that you do to help us bring trainings like this to the audience. Our vision and our services is it's just a long list of things that we do. So I hope that you are a part of our listserv. If you're not, make sure you join our listserv. We provide all of our services, trainings, resources at no cost to you. So please make sure you don't miss any of our upcoming events or trainings and stay connected with us. We really like you. We hope that y'all like us. So join our listserv so that you don't miss any of our services. A couple of commonly asked questions. We get this from folks all the time. Yes, you will receive a certificate of completion for today's session. If you're joining in by phone, you can send an email to Joanne Bloom, that's JBLOOM @cars-rp.org, and she will send you a certificate of completion. We are going to send you all the recording and all of the resources with this session, so you can come back and listen to it as often as you like. So we will send that over to you as well. This month is Mental Wellness Month. You know, after with the wintry weather, like what they're experiencing there in Chicago and all across the nation, and after the holiday season, sometimes you just feel a little blah, just a little icky. And so what we like to do is promote mental wellness, that feel-good feeling, to help you really start off the year. So we have sessions throughout the rest of this month. We're doing yoga today. We're doing a session later on in the week looking beyond therapy, redefining health through holistic wellness. I'm going to facilitate a virtual vision board session next week. And we have one on unlocking the power of fatherhood, elevating mental wellness in families next week as well. So we hope that you'll continue to join us through this month to promote mental wellness. Like I said earlier, mental wellness can really look different for a lot of different people, but overall, it's about feeling good. It's about, having a sense of purpose, enjoying your work and play. You all know all of this, that the importance of mental wellness and the things that it can benefit not only in your life, but also in the lives of people that we serve day to day. But mental wellness is important for preventing burnout. It also allows us to feel more open to learning and adapting new methods and integrating, best practices. It allows us to have an enhanced empathy and connection with the people that we serve. And it's also a really good tool to model healthy behavior. And so there's a lot of really good benefits to mental wellness and why it matters for the mental health workforce. And I know that you all know that. That's why you're here today. And so I'm really super excited to pass the mic over to Shirley Johnson, who's going to lead us in this session and give us some really good tools and tips that help us promote mental wellness as we go through our day-to-day lives. So I'm going to stop screen share, and Shirley is going to lead us through the rest of the session. All right. Thanks again so much for being here.
Thank you, Ashley, and a warm welcome to all of you. Just want to say, kudos to everyone for showing up. I know that I'm sure, I don't know, but I imagine everyone here has very busy lives between personal, professional, etc. And I think sometimes the hardest part of tending to this spectrum we're calling mental health today is actually just showing up, is actually just being like, putting that aside, joining the Zoom group, going out for a walk, taking my dog on a whatever it is. So I want to give you all some props for making it here amongst all the different responsibilities. Um, as you saw from the slide, I just want to say I am a licensed therapist. I've been in practice been practicing since 2015 with children, adolescents, and now mostly with adults and couples. And I'm also been a yoga practitioner teacher since 2010. So I think about 13-ish years. So today, as you saw in the email, we're calling it yoga, but I want to also expand and say, this isn't geared to make anyone feel like, oh my gosh, sometimes this word yoga it is a very vast word. It means a lot of things and encompasses a lot. However, I'm really wanting to narrow today down to being able to focus and center on movements and breathing that are accessible for all people, that we can do pretty much sitting down, so we don't have to put on any different clothes than what we came to work in, and integrating this in so that we can hopefully apply this in moments throughout our day, whether we're driving, we're in a meeting, we have a short break between one meeting and the next meeting. So as you saw in the email, hopefully we'll be learning yoga and mindfulness exercises designed for on-the-go practitioners, practical tools to alleviate stress during work-related activities and also non-work-related activities. You could bring all these into non-work spaces and just, again, amplifying working on our mental health. So today we're going to focus a lot on our breath, on breathing. For many reasons, I find that the breath is a wonderful, accessible place to start. So we're going to start, and you can stay sitting down if you're sitting. I'm going to do everything seated today that I can think of. You're welcome at any time. If you need to break from sitting, you can stand up, all good. So we're going to start by bringing our fingertips to touch. Spread the other fingers wide apart. And the hands can rest right around the chest. The elbows can relax down, so there's not much tension in the shoulders. And you can bring a little active engagement to the fingers if you'd like, and if that helps. The eyes can close. I'll probably have my eyes open for most of the time so that I can check the screen and check the chat. And here's our breath we're going to anchor in with today. We're inhaling for a count of 3, 2, 1, holding the breath, 3, 2, 1, exhaling the breath, 3, 2, 1. Continuing in that fashion. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale. And if you feel like, ooh, 3 is really accessible, move up to 5. Move up to inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Continuing, if you like the 3 count, stay there. Whichever count you take, it's even in the inhale, the retention of the breath, and the exhale. And again, the invitation is to let your eyes close, bringing your awareness to your breath. As I'm sure many of us have seen throughout newspaper articles, TV, workshops, breathing is such a fundamental tool in stress relief and in toning our nervous system. We're building capacity in our lungs, which, given the health state of the world, I've been very aware of, wow, my lungs, I want to make sure I'm breathing and exercising my lungs through just being conscious in breath. I mentioned that breathing is a way to tone our nervous system. Some of you might be like, what does that mean? Well, thinking of if we're toning our muscles when we lift weights, we're toning our nervous system when we breathe. We're building more capacity and strength in our nervous system, and particularly in activating the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest part of our nervous system that can sometimes be really activated in the work that we do, the lives that we lead. So, bringing that balance so that when it is time to rest and digest, both mentally and physically, we're preparing our body to be able to do that. The breath is also a tool for slowing down the mind. I don't know about you all, but I know that my mind moves quicker than any other part of me. So, our breath is a way that, as we continue to practice slowing the breath down mindfully, we might notice that it starts to have an impact on our mind. And when we slow down our minds, there's a lot of benefits. The ones that come to me right away are the benefit of being less reactive, right? So especially in the work that many of us do, probably knowing that there's a lot of invitations to be reactive. And being less reactive allows us to have a bigger view of what the scenario is calling for and helps us to be more present, so that even with the 80 things on our to-do list, when we're sitting in front of whoever we're sitting with and or sitting just with ourselves, we can really be present to listen and hold space for ourselves or whomever we are with. We're going to take a few more rounds. Final round together. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose. And we'll hold the breath for a moment. And then exhale, relax the hands, relax the breath, let everything go. Yeah, you can shake out. I see you can shake out the hands a little bit, maybe shake out the shoulders. And As we move through our time together today, I welcome any questions in the chat as well as any reflections. So I might ask after each kind of segment we do anything you notice. So if you'd like to mention anything in the chat and just share, wow, I'm noticing my mind, how busy my mind is, or wow, that really helped me to slow down, or whatever it might be, I welcome you to share that in the chat so that we're able to experience some of that interactiveness and be inspired also by our experiences. So, and that's something hopefully you can take with you. We did that for about 3 minutes, and even sometimes 1 minute of that can be effective. Even a quick bathroom break and bringing your fingers together, right? Because we're gonna make it work for ourselves, and that's part of the adaptability and flexibility of being a human, and that our brains also are completely built for. Ashley, I'm so glad that that was peaceful. And Maricela, I'm hearing your body felt relaxed. And yes, Nicole, noticing how busy your mind is. Great. The first step in anything is being aware. Wow. And we're going to move. We're going to move into our neck area, which is a big area of awareness for me and a humbling area of noticing, wow, I hold a lot of tension in my neck. So if you're anyone here is like, wow, I'm having a lot of tension in my neck, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. Okay, so hands can rest anywhere if you're on your chair, on your lap, or on your arm rest, wherever you'd like that's comfortable. And try to sit up tall, right? And it's okay if you have a little pillow behind your back or lumbar spine support. I'm sitting on a cushion on the floor. And let's just start by bringing our chin down toward our chest. Okay, simple movement. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed during this. And then inhale to lift the head and chin up. You're going to lift as far as you can with the chin. Some of you might point the chin toward the ceiling. It's okay if it doesn't want to come that far. And then exhale, head comes down, chin toward the neck, or however far it goes. And we'll just take a few rounds like this. Simple, right? Inhale, you're just nodding in a mindful way, but we're adding the breath. And when we add the breath, that changes everything. So we're inhaling, opening our chin up, exhaling, closing our chin down, keeping the shoulders still, really focusing on the back of our neck. You can even bring some visualization here and imagine that you're breathing right into the back of your neck. Do a few more rounds here. Just starting to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone we're in, to our neck. Very important part of our body. Holds our head, connects our head to the rest of our limbs and body. Necessary to be able to see in different directions. Holds our voice. Let's lift up one more time. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the chin down to the chest. Now you might need to look up at me, but you might be able to listen without looking. Here's our next piece. We're going to interlace our fingers, right? And then we're bringing the hands to the back of our neck. So the chin is down. I'm going to shift my position a little. I'm going to give you my back for a second. So interlacing the fingers, head is down. And we're going to just give a little massage here by squeezing the hands into the neck. Okay, so the base of your wrists are moving in and just gently, squeezing. Doesn't have to, this isn't to hurt. This is just to, it's like a little massage. And again, something you can do, we can do even a few times sitting in our car before we start the engine. Sitting in a meeting, even we might be able to get away with this 2 times, 3 times, depends where you work. Okay. And I want to invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale, let it go out through the mouth. Good. And then relax the hands down. Gently draw the chin back up to neutral. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up to your ears, hold it. You're going to exhale out through your mouth and release the shoulders on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Okay. Taking a moment, I want to invite you to pay attention to the space behind your ears to the base of your neck. And then rub your hands together. Get a little warmth in your hands. I know we got people in snowy weather. I'm in the Bay Area, I got to tell you. I'm from New York City originally, which we have 4 seasons. I've made my way through snowstorms. Here we don't really have snow, but I've gotten spoiled living here. 53 degrees feels like freezing to me. So I got to warm up sometimes too. All right, so hands are nice and warm. And just give a little massage to your ears. So we're just rubbing our ears. The ears are quite a sensitive spot in our body. And in certain like traditional Chinese medicine, sometimes acupuncturists will do what's called ear seeds because there's parts of the ear that correlate with organs in the body. So when we give our ears a massage, similar also to our feet also have a lot of these kind of nerve endings. We are not just rubbing our ears, we're also rubbing, we can think we're really giving a massage to the whole body, okay? And then relax the hands down. And please bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Now, I am always confused on Zoom what side you're seeing of me. So right ear to right shoulder, or you're just taking track and you know what side you're doing. So right ear comes down toward the right shoulder, most likely not touching. Notice if your shoulders want to lift up. And actually, let's all do this together. Inhale, lift the shoulders up so we can feel what that feels like in our body. And then exhale, release the shoulders down. Good. So we really are actively moving the shoulders away from our ears. Right ear to right shoulder. Lift your right hand up and then bring your right hand to your left ear. Now, adding a little gentle weight if you'd like with the hand, but you don't have to go too far. And then I want to invite you to part your lips and open and part your teeth. So we're working right now on the jaw and the neck. And one of the things I've noticed is when I'm clenching my jaw, it will sometimes trickle into my neck, shoulders, chest. So we can start with noticing if we're doing that and begin to repattern a little by opening the lips and jaw. Okay. And I want to invite us to take a deep breath in through the nose, a deep breath out through the nose. 2 more times like that. Now your left hand can stay on your lap, or it might move a little to the side depending where your neck is at today. Good. Stay with your breathing and then bring your left hand up. We're going to do a little gentle massage down the side of the neck on the left side. And you can even go all the way behind the ears. I know we just gave a little love to our ears, so this can be even more of a rub, or you can put your whole hand in there. And if you're like, wow, I did not notice all of this sensation in my neck, you're not alone, because that's how I'm feeling in this moment too. I'm like, wow, it's humbling every time. All right. And again, something that you might be able to apply in your everyday life. Let the left hand go, relax the right hand, gently bring the head and neck back to neutral. Gently, because you might notice, whoa, these 2 sides feel a little bit different. Yeah, I'm seeing Ashley nod. So you notice a difference. Yeah, and you might want to take a shoulder shrug in between, seeing some of you have a sip of tea, drink water. And I will advise, let me say this now, do make sure you stay hydrated after this, because even though we might not be breaking a sweat, we are creating space in our bodies, and we want to keep our bodies lubricated and through being hydrated, so that all this we're doing, the flow can continue. So we're not getting more dry and brittle. We're keeping things moist. We're allowing whatever is moving to move. All right, let's do the other side. left ear to your left shoulder or whichever side you didn't do before. Then raising your left hand up to the sky, bring your left hand to your right ear. Your right hand can rest on your knee, thigh. Some of you might walk it out a little farther to the right. And let's take some deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. The eyes can feel free to close here. Exhale through the nose, and then we'll take our right hand up to the right side of our neck and giving a little massage down the right side of the neck, or rub, whatever the word is that encompasses what you're doing with your hand. And like I mentioned, you can even get behind the ear here and bring that touch down to the base of your neck. I invite you once again to notice if you're clenching your jaw or pursing your lips, and can you bring a little space between the lips and the jaw, even, or the lips and the teeth, excuse me. So opening the teeth, even like a millimeter. Good. And then relax your right hand down, relax the left hand down. And again, gently inhale to center, exhaling. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears again. Hold it on the count of 3. We release through the mouth, exhale, and the shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. Good. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Take a deep breath in. Again, maybe visualizing you're breathing right into all this space between your ears and your shoulders. And if you'd like to add any reflections in the chat, please do. Maybe take a sip of water, pet your animals. Love it. Love to see it. That's right. Notice how you feel. And again, all of these, the hope is that, right, we might not hold it for as long as we did a moment ago, but might be helpful at times. You're sitting at your desk and you just, you do the other side and you just reset. Absolutely. Little things that make a difference. There's that book, Atomic Habits. I read it a few years ago, or read most of it. But the premise is that little by little, right? It's the little things we do every day, sometimes 3 minutes, then it becomes 5 minutes, then 10 minutes. These are the things that make a cumulative difference in our lives. And I imagine we see that also in the communities that we serve and the clients that we serve too. It's the consistency, little by little, and then we start to see change happen. Yes, Marisela, I hear that. The neck was hurting, still hurting, but not as much. Great. Neck feels tight. Yeah, very common. So, right, this is just something for us to be aware of. Wow, okay, there's a lot of energy in my neck. I want to be mindful of how I'm moving it. And again, you can even just bring your hands and do a little massage, right? You're sitting at a meeting, you're like, oh my gosh, oh, I'm gonna clench my jaw. I'm not going to, I'm gonna open my lips. I'm just gonna rub my back, I'm just gonna rub my neck with my fingers and I'm smiling and okay, got it. Yep, okay, this is what y'all want to do. Right on. Okay. Let's rub our hands again together. Get a little warmth in there. And this time we're going to close our eyes and put the palms over our eyes. So our palms may not touch our eyes, but we can feel maybe the warmth of our hands. And for some of us, we might just give a little gentle massage with the fingertips at the hairline at the forehead, or we might gently rub the base of our palms in that cheek space underneath the eyes. We might do both, a little of both, or we might just keep the hands here. Let's take a deep breath in as we move or keep the hands in stillness. Just allowing ourselves to be reset. Good. One more breath in. And exhale, relax the hands. And thinking of that as sometimes when we need a visual reset, we've been sitting at our computer, looking at our screen, bringing some warmth into our hands and just So many of these movements are things our human bodies naturally do at different times to self-regulate or to rebalance, right? There's times, oh my gosh, I have a headache. I'm doing this, right? There's a way I'm trying to acknowledge what's going on in my head and bring some touch. And I find I'm constantly humbled by how much touch is so important, and that we also can remember we can use our own touch. We don't have to always be dependent on someone else for touch. Um, I love that, Kelly. I just put lotion on and it was lovely to intentionally take in the smell with my hands covering my head. Yes, if we were all in person and no one had any allergies, I would be like, let's break out the essential oils and put a drop in and rub those palms together. And we're getting in our neck. We're breathing over our eyes. My personal choice would be lavender or eucalyptus, but you can also add those in if you don't have sensitivity to essential oils, or any other fragrance that you like. Sometimes a little spritz, etc., is nice. Okay, we're going to move into our shoulders and chest area. So we're kind of moving down the body today. We'll see how far down we get. So let's start by some simple, gentle shoulder shrugs. So we'll inhale. So with the breath, we inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. So we've been doing this a little bit. And then we'll exhale, roll the shoulders back. The chest might come forward. Good. Let's take a few more rounds like that. Inhaling, exhaling, and it's okay. Your arms can kind of move with that. Some of you might bend the elbows as you do this. And again, my invitation is to stay with the breath. Let the breath lead you. So the mind is not telling you how fast to go. You're breathing in sync with your breath. And that might mean your breath is slow, you're moving slow. That might mean your breath is maybe a little faster paced, you're moving in a faster pace. But my invitation will be to keep slowing the breath down, especially if you notice a tendency to speed up. One of the many effective ways to manage stress is to slow down. I often think of that well quoted line from Michelle Obama: when they go low, we go high. As a mental health practitioner, what I've learned is that when they speed up, I slow down. Okay. I'm sure all of us are surrounded in our personal or professional lives with a certain pace of fastness. And if you're not surrounded by that, wonderful. Please email me and let me know how you have managed to surround yourself in that slowed downness. Right. And so I have found, especially when I worked in a school and there was a lot of fast paced momentum from moment to moment, the whole day could shift. Good. Start to move in the other direction. We inhale, lift the shoulders up, exhale, shoulders come down. And again, you can, if you'd like to involve the elbows, you can, but otherwise the shoulders are fine. Working in school systems, there's fast movement, things are changing minute to minute, hour to hour. We need a sub here, we need coverage in the parking lot. So and so just went off on Miss Da Da Da. I noticed how much there is a pull to join that fastness. And when I was dealing with crisis, I also started to really learn how important it was for me to learn to slow down, even as everything around me seemed exponentially fast. It's not simple. I'm sure all of us know. Easier said than done. I am still learning. All right. Inhale last time. Shoulders lift up on the count of three. Once again, opening through the mouth, exhaling, relaxing the shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Good. We'll bring the hands onto our shoulders. Shake it out. And then we're going to bring the elbows in toward each other. Some of us, they might not touch. That's okay. You can bring it as close as it goes for today. We're moving the elbows down. As we inhale, elbows lift up. Maybe they touch, and then exhale down. So making some circles. And every time you inhale, beautiful, shoulders lift up, and exhale, the shoulders come down. Want to add into there, you might pause for a moment as the elbows touch, really engaging the space behind the shoulders on the below the neck, and then exhale. If you'd like to add that in, you can be a little more, I want to invite maybe a little more movement in the spine. I'm going to change my position for a moment, but you all keep going the way you are. And in this, I want to invite, if you'd like to add it in, as your elbows come together, there's a little rounding that happens in the spine. And as your elbows lift up, there's a little arch in the spine. And exhale down. Inhale up. Let's do 2 more circles in this direction. And you're going at the pace that feels ideal for you today. Good. Hold here, elbows together. And now let's inhale up, out, down, up, out, down. Inhale up, out, down, exhale. Take a few more rounds. Good. And final time, elbows touch. And exhale, let it all go. Shake out the arms, blink the hands open a few times, maybe shake out the head a little bit. Good. And just notice for a moment how you feel. Okay. Interlace the hands. Let's bring the hands once again to the back of our neck or the base of our skull. I like the base of the skull a little bit better, but I know sometimes people like the back of the neck. I think it just depends on your spine. And we're going to do some of that motion we were doing. So we're inhaling, opening the elbows back, and then exhale, rounding forward. We don't have to make the elbows touch here though, but some of you might go into that. Inhale to open, imagining maybe you're on like a hammock. Exhale to round. And continuing a few more times. So we're starting to move a little bit more into the spine, but we're still focusing on the upper back and chest, which I'm sure as many of us have experienced sitting for prolonged amount of times. Really helpful to, like Ashley mentioned, that little by little piece, even just 30 seconds of circling your neck or shrugging your shoulders can help to start bringing balance to some of the postures we have to do all day for work. And we're just starting to send our body messages. Yep, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm going to give you something. I'm giving to you. A few more times. Exhale. And inhale, hold it. Stretch as far as you can. Let the elbows stretch back behind you. Again, focusing in the space between your shoulder blades and the back of your body. Good. Keep this posture. Just extend the arms long, like you're waking up for the first day, long stretch. And then exhale like you're pressing the atmosphere away. Slowly press down, hands to your chair, to the ground, to your legs, wherever you are. Yes. Inhale, shoulders lift up. And exhale, let it all go. Yes, beautiful observation, Teresa, about yawning a lot. Yawning is one of the ways also our body relieves stress. There's lots of reasons we yawn, right? Sometimes we're just tired, but also yawning can be a way to reflect our body is releasing some stress. And I'm reading your message, Jackie. You don't realize how much arthritis you have in those shoulders until you start this process. Yep. You can think of it like we're flossing our shoulders. We'll do one more kind of head neck movement. So interlacing the fingers again, the thumbs can touch. And you do, if you ever gone to a Bikram class, they do this, but we're doing it much, a little different. So we're going to, the movement as we inhale, the elbows come down, the head lifts up, and then exhale, the chin presses into the hands, the elbows lift up. Good. And continuing with this, all of these movements kind of remind me of butterfly with the shoulders and the arms. Inhale and exhale, flapping down, opening, but you're still pressing your chin into your hands. Good. 2 more times. And inhale. And exhale, let it all go, shake it out. Let's reach both our arms up to the sky. And we're going to take a gentle twist. So left hand will come to your left knee or thigh, wherever, if you're sitting on a chair, might be the left thigh. If you're on the ground, your knee. And then the right arm is going to come behind you. Right hand can be resting at the back of your chair, can rest on your lower back, rest on the back of your chair, like the I forget what that part is called, but the upper part of your chair. So here's my invitation. You're staying here. Your spine is long, but you're noticing a stretch. And then I want to invite you, if it's okay for those of you, some of you it will be, some maybe not, you'll bring the chin over to your left shoulder. And then open your lips and teeth like we were doing earlier, and then rotate the lower jaw from side to side. You can make some circles with the lower jaw too. Good, relax that. Bring the head back over toward the right shoulder. Let's inhale, lengthen the arms back overhead. And exhale, taking a twist to the other side. So again, something we probably notice our bodies do naturally sometimes. We just wake up or we get up and we just feel like twisting, right? And we're just bringing more mindful awareness to doing it. So again, even if you're not doing it, visualize. The visualization is very powerful. Our brain does not know the difference between what we physically do and what we imagine. So as we inhale, I want you to envision your spine nice and long. As you exhale, you can imagine twisting a little bit more, regardless if your body is moving or not. And if you'd like, you'll bring your chin this time over to your right shoulder and rotating the jaw on this side. Good. And bring the chin back to the left shoulder. Inhale, stretch the arms up. And exhale, let it all go, shake it out. Let's just shake for a few seconds. Just shake everything out, like flap your arms, flutter your lips. Let's do like 10 more seconds. Just shake, 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 shake. Shaking is one of my favorite physical things to do. To shake off something that was difficult, shake off something I keep thinking about. I like to have a playlist of music that I can just shake to. Good. And then you can relax from the shaking. Take a moment to close your eyes, taking a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. And I invite you to notice again how you feel. How are you being impacted by this time together? How are you being impacted by being with your body in this way during this afternoon? What are you noticing is happening, is slowing down, is speeding up, is opening, is closing? So one of the things I would suggest is make a playlist of whatever music. I love West African drum music. I mean, you can go on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever music is gonna just set you free. and have, sometimes you can put a timer on 3 minutes and you just shake everything out and you just go wild. And you might not be able to do this in your office depending on sound, but some of you might be able to. Um, Even 1 minute, just shake, 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 shake out the legs, shake out the hips, the butt, the ankles, the knees, and just let it go. Okay, so beautiful. I'm happy to see in the comments, folks. I see Connie's feeling relaxed, Maricela, Jasmine feeling calmness, less stress. Beautiful, right? 35, 40 minutes. Um, Ashley, so nice to not have my mind racing and thinking about all my tasks. So the mind is slowing down. Cherie feeling relaxed, and Joan, my body is thanking me. Well, wonderful, because our body has so much wisdom for us. So when our bodies are thankful, often a lot of times we have more space to do the things that we have been put on this earth to do. Let's get a little into our fingers. So fingers and hands, right? This is great, even though again, it feels like it might be like, oh, this is so little, so minimum. When we think about all the work our hands and fingers do for us, typing, texting, driving, putting together appliances, washing dishes, cooking, etc., this is a very important part of our body that sometimes gets neglected for quote unquote bigger muscle groups. So, what I want us to do, and again, this is also nice if you did have a lotion close by, it will help, but you don't need it. So, here's your hand. So let's start with the left hand or whatever hand you have. And then I'm taking my right thumb, and from the center of my left hand, I'm just going to start to move the thumb up toward my pinky. Good. And I'll come back to that point, move the thumb this time to my ring finger. And I'm going all the way up. There's a gentle squeeze happening, moving to my middle finger, excuse me. Moving to the index, and then moving into the thumb. Let's do the other hand. And again, if you had more time, you could spend as much time on this hand and palm as you wanted. And you don't have to make this hard or hurtful. This can be gentle, but it can be a way to speak to our bodies. Thank you, hands. Thank you for all that you do. I recognize all that you do. I'm slowing down to recognize all that you do. Good. And it makes me think often as and then let's take the thumb into the left palm and just gently rub a little in the left palm. Makes me think of often, I'm sure for all of us, we do so much. We're caring for so many folks. And how often are you slowing down to acknowledge, wow, I'm showing up for my community. Wow, I'm doing a lot. And I'm thanking myself for what I have capacity to do. Other side, how often, and right, there's a way that sometimes these movement practices can hold a mirror up for also ways we might want to learn to acknowledge ourselves. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for showing up for life. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Tyra. These are the names I can see. Good. And again, let's interlace our fingers. We're folding our hands, and let's start to make some circles with our wrists. So if you're like me, you might start to hear some snap, crackle, and pops. Right? Okay, body is talking. Hello, body. Hello, wrists. Yes. And other direction, please. Good. And come back to the hands, bring the hands back to center, and let's take a forearm stretch. So we'll start with the left hand out, bring the left hand across the body, and then hook the right elbow in to the left hand, right? So we're working, just getting a little bit more on the upper arm of the upper left arm. Keeping the hands taut, let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good, other side, reset, arms in front. This time bring the right arm across, and you might notice each side is different. And see if you can keep the shoulder relaxed, even though this right shoulder may want to come up to the ear. And again, inhale through the nose, exhaling through the nose, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhale back to center, interlace the fingers once again. This time we're going to press the palms up to the sky so they're facing up. And feel your sits bones or your glutes, your legs, feel that part of the lower part of your body rooting downward, right, on your chair, on the ground, and see if you can feel the arms lengthening high. Shoulders relaxed, chin is relaxed, pressing the palms actively to the sky. Just bring a gentle movement in, little side stretch as we exhale over to the left. We don't have to go too far. Some of you can go as far as you want. I'm not going too far today. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. One more round to each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And exhale, right. Inhale, back to center. Press up. And exhale, shake it all out, let it all go. Flutter the lips, maybe a little. I like to call that channeling my inner 2 or 3-year-old. They're very good at. And one more thing for our hands. Now, for those of you who have a wall close by, or like probably could do this at your desk. I didn't think about it until now. But what we're going to do is let's start with the left hand. Left palm faces forward. Now, if you had a wall or something, you could actively engage the left hand. But because I don't have one, I'm going to use my right hand. And I'm just going to bring my right hand so that I'm flexing the fingers back toward my body. And again, you're not going to go beyond your capacity. And we're breathing into the forearms, breathing into the palms. Sometimes I'll imagine my nostrils are right at the area where I feel the stretch happening. Good. Let's take the other side. Right hand, palm faces forward. Again, you might notice a difference in this side versus the other. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to your knees, thighs, or wherever they land. We'll just do one more movement and we'll just make some circles with the spine. As we inhale, spine comes forward to the left. Exhale, spine comes back and to the right. Inhale forward, left. Exhale back, right. Just letting it be nice and slow. Integrating everything you've done today. Focusing on how your breath is perhaps maybe deeper than when you started today. Other direction as we inhale forward to the right, exhale back and to the left. And then bring the spine back to neutral. The hands can stay at your knees, thighs, or on your lap. I invite us all to close our eyes for a moment and notice how we feel. You can come back to that breath we started with, but we'll keep the hands relaxed, which is inhale for a count of 5, holding the breath for a count of 5, exhaling for a count of 5. And if you'd like to share in the chat, perhaps one word of what's present for you right now, I welcome you to do that. You can also share more than one word. And I invite you to bow your head down towards your body, towards your chest, as a way of acknowledging yourself, acknowledging your body, acknowledging the wisdom that lives right inside of you. It's not outside, bowing to that wisdom. And you can inhale, bring your head back up, opening the eyes if they're closed. And thank you so much for being here. I'm going to hand the mic back to Ashley, but thank you to Ashley and NTAC for having me. I hope this was useful.
Shirley, thank you so much. I just wanted to close with a couple of affirmations um, that we've been sharing throughout the month, the Wellness Month. And, I focus on my progress during my wellness journey. I acknowledge when I'm tired and need rest. I am light of hope. Each step I take, no matter how large or small, contributes to a brighter future for children and their families. I embrace a positive mindset and let it attract joy into my life. I strive to find harmony and balance in my day. And I want to add, when they speed up, I slow down. I love that, Shirley. So I hope that you take time this month to continue to show love to your body and your mind, rest your body and your mind. And we will be sharing this recording. So please share it with others, rewatch it as often as you need it. We'll share with you a certificate of completion. Like I said earlier, we'd love to hear from you about what trainings and information that help you be successful in your day-to-day work. So please participate in the survey that will open after we end this session, so we can continue to bring you content that you need and that you want on your day-to-day walk. Yeah, thanks again, Shirley. Thank you all for being here. And I hope that you all have a peaceful and wonderful rest of your day. Come back for the rest of the Wellness Month events that we have. I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.